Let's do it.
Hi everyone, welcome back. Who picked this book up?
It's been a month,
Forever.
I think.
It's been forever. It has been like a legit month, I feel. It's been a very long time because Jen decided she wanted to take a vacation, which
It was so glorious, and I did not want to come back from it.
I know.
But
Then you come back and it's still like 90 degrees during the day here.
At least knock on this little metal or plastic tote that I got here. It has not yet hit 100 yet. It got to
No.
98. It's trying to. Woo.
I would legit explode. I don't handle heat well. I would die.
I literally was in the house and I just started like peeling off clothes. Like inside the house, I'm like, it's way too hot in here. And it was the same temperature that was like the hottest that it ever got when I was up there. And I was still wearing like long sleeve t-shirts and sweatpants while I was up there. It snowed.
I saw that. Like, yeah, you did that snap or like a video where it's like you can't really see it, but it was like snowing. You did the live video, and I was like, yeah, it was like a little dusting. It probably immediately melted when it hit the ground. But
It did.
I'm not ready for snow yet. I just want it to cool down. That's all I want.
I just want it to not be 90 degrees. I don't want snow. I just want it to not be 90 degrees.
Go from like at night it's 49, but during the day I need my air on. I'm like, I don't understand. Like, make up your mind, please.
Yeah, that's kind of what we're like now because it's about 95-ish during the day, and then when I wake up in the morning, it's actually like low 60s. I haven't yet seen a 5.
It's beautiful in the morning. It's then to like hit 11 o'clock, and you're like, I feel like I'm dying now.
Yeah, it heats up real fast. I open up all the windows in the house at about 6 o'clock in the morning because I'm still kind of on East Coast time.
Stay on the East Coast time.
I'm gonna try to because I do like getting up a little bit earlier before my work day starts. So I'm trying to go to bed.
Absolutely not.
You know what time I wake up for work?
In a couple months.
5:45. That's what time I wake up for work. I'm not waking up any earlier than that. That's freaking nonsense.
I was on vacation and I woke up. Okay, I'm on the East Coast, so there's a 2-hour time difference, friends. Where the East Coast is ahead of Arizona time. Yeah. I would wake up without an alarm in the middle of the darkness. It wasn't even light outside. 4 a.m. every freaking morning. 4 a.m.
That's how I was when I was in Vegas.
I don't even understand.
I woke up 2 a.m. every morning when I was in Vegas.
I would rather die.
But
Hi, Ghoul Gamer. How are you?
I actually did get up and start the fire in the morning because it was cold enough I could start the fire. Then I would just start the coffee. So I would literally sit there in front of the fireplace with a cup of coffee and read my book. So it wasn't horrible
if I was
to get up
on vacation and I woke up at 4 o'clock in the morning, I would punch myself in the face to make me go back to sleep.
I tried. My rule was I couldn't get out of bed before 5. And I would try to put myself back to sleep, but I couldn't.
Oh my God.
Pat, what time is it there? It's 9 p.m. my time. What time is it there?
It's 3 o'clock in the morning for Pat.
Why the hell aren't you in bed?
It's like 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning for Pat.
That's insane.
Because Pat is a vampire.
I love you, but when the hell do you sleep?
She doesn't. She's a vampire.
She's gotta be.
She is one with the night.
Oh, too fun.
But okay, so yay, we caught up. It's been a minute since we've talked.
We're gonna go on so many tangents. I just know.
Yeah, have nothing to do with this.
Seriously, this book took me 30 minutes to read, so it's not going to be a long conversation. But yeah, so tonight we're talking about Given to the Ghoul by Desirée M. Niccoli. And I first came across this book. It wasn't even
2 a.m. Sorry. That was way earlier than I thought.
That's what I said. I said 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning. That's what I said.
I would be upset if I was up at 3 in the morning.
Understand.
Absolutely not. Pat's better than me. Absolutely not. That's my prime sleep time right there.
Sorry, go ahead, Nicole.
But Given to the Ghoul, I first came across this book when you could get this book free when you signed up for Desiree's newsletter. So it wasn't a book that you could get on Amazon. So that's when I first got it. She has recently obviously released it on Amazon, and she has since written another book, which I also would like to read. But yeah, and it's short, spicy. Like I said, it took me 30 minutes.
I really like her writing style. I want to read something else.
Love it. I felt like I was fully immersed in a fantasy world, and I'm like, yeah, absolutely. This is an entire fantasy world.
A little bit longer.
Oh, absolutely. I could. Yeah, this could be a
But-
full-fledged
Yeah.
like fantasy romance, kind of thing. And it also, fun fact, it takes place in a small town in Arizona, which I always, as soon as they said Sonoran Desert, like she's in the middle of the Sonoran Desert, I was like, we're in the middle of the Sonoran Desert. That's us. And they're like a small Arizona town. I'm like, oh yeah, absolutely. That's where I am. Yep. I mean, not a small Arizona town, but yeah.
I wanted to look up, is Oasis actually a city in Arizona?
I wanted to look that up too. Let's look it up right now.
Hold on.
All right.
Okay,
Oasis, Arizona. I don't think so, because I think this is kind of like a post-apocalyptic.
That was what I was wondering, if it was post-apocalyptic or not.
Yes.
Because there wasn't like a full-on yes it is or no it's not.
No, not really. There isn't. Does Arizona have Oasis? No. So Oasis apparently is like a cannabis place or a water park or an RV park. So there's no city.
Yeah.
This place.
It's the first thing that came up is the cannabis store in Glendale. Which makes sense. But that it also really makes sense that it's called, this small town is called Oasis, because if it is post-apocalyptic in the middle of the desert, Oasis is kind of like a sanctuary that you would find in the middle of a desert. But this place is not very nice.
No.
They're
nice until the reaping, basically. That's what I'm gonna call it.
I was like, it's the Hunger Games. It's the Hunger Games for given to the ghoul. And I'm just like, but instead of the Hunger Games, it's the sexy games, because he's like, I do want to eat you, but like down there.
Not in that way.
That crossed my mind. She was like, don't eat me. And I was like, phrase your words slightly different. Don't eat me like my flesh. But
I want you to do that, but don't eat me the Hannibal way.
Exactly. It's like, don't eat me like a ham sandwich, or do eat me like a ham sandwich, but like in
I just don't want to be
way.
eaten with fava beans. That's all I ask.
Exactly.
Thank you.
So so yeah, like this mayor guy, he was just like, she's new to town. And I was like, first of all, why would you pick a town that does like a reaping and choose to stay there? I'd be like, you know what, I'm gonna move on.
And she wanted to like make friends. I'm like, they want to kill you.
Exactly.
As soon as I would have found out about this, hey, we're gonna go ahead and pick names in a couple weeks.
I'm out.
We feel like there's a ghoul. I'm like, okay, well, that's just a little too few.
I was just passing through. I'm gonna go now.
I'm sorry. The first time the mayor like sexually propositions me, I'm out.
Yeah, exactly.
I my shit and I'm out. I'm like, no.
He was like, I can make this easier for you, and and he, as soon as she said no, then he decides she's gonna win the reaping, and she's gonna be the one given to the ghoul. So the game's totally rigged. It's whoever the mayor doesn't like. I'm like, that's freaking bullshit. And he even's like, okay, well, you have 2 nights to get your affairs in order. And he comes to her at night. And he was just like, I can make this all go away. Just 1 hour.
How
just
would
1
that
hour
have worked?
in bed with me.
I
want to
like,
know
that.
Ew, you're disgusting. First of all, it's not going to take an hour. It'd probably take like 2 seconds.
5 minutes, if that.
If that, that's generous. Second of all, you're nasty. Get out of here. I would, and she was just like, you know what? I would rather walk out into that desert and die. And I'm like, same.
But then was it the justice came and got her and like pulled her out of the house? And I'm just like, you gave her 2 days to get her shit together. Leave her alone.
And they took her backpack full of supplies. They only gave her 1 canteen of water, and they're like, you're not going to need the rest where you're going. I'm like, you guys are assholes. You could have at least given her a fighting chance.
And how everybody kept on like, was there to like watch her be thrown. And I'm just like, but why?
They all had this sick glee on their face, like, oh, thank God it's not me.
Until 10 years from now when it would be you.
It will be you. Yeah,
so she meets a nice little ghoul who says, go eat my enemies. And he's like, okay.
You know what?
I was totally down for it. I was like, I got a list. You can take care of that.
Exactly. Like, if you're not killing my enemies and bringing me their heads, do you even love me?
I don't even need their heads. I just want to know they're dead.
No, I want their heads. I would like to have a little garden of skulls. Yes, absolutely.
That's weird part. I'm like, I don't want a garden of skulls just staring at me. That's creepy.
I do. I'm just like, Joe, do you even love me? You have not killed anybody for me.
And he like literally ripped this guy's head and spine out. I was just like, I could vividly imagine that. I was like, dang, like that takes some strength, my friend.
Now, she was turned on. She was like, oh yeah. And that
I was
other
surprised how
person
quickly
was like,
that he did it though. Like,
oh yeah.
like she had a meltdown about the people that bothered her, and the
One
next
day.
day there was like 2 skulls on her front porch.
Yeah.
You know what? It's just
I was like, all
because-
right, I'm in.
Yeah, absolutely. He was just like, he's like, they had like one little sexual dalliance, and he's like, I love you.
And like she knew him for a week and was like, I'm in love with him. I'm like, girl, that's one thing. That's not love. That's something else.
That's hot, passionate sex. That's
That's
I mean,
another L word. That's lust.
right?
Yeah.
He literally was like, sit on my face, and I'm like, I think I'm in love. I'm like, goddamn.
okay. Alicia knows this because it
She's gonna
bothered
go,
me so
she's
much. I
gonna go.
texted her. There were inconsistencies that bothered me, and it pissed me off. She described him when she's like, I want to see your true face. And then he goes like clear eyes with white eyes, whatever. Or
Yeah, wide eyes.
and no
yeah.
mouth. No mouth. One,
He doesn't
how does he
have any lips.
She said no mouth. She said no mouth, and then all of a sudden he's talking, he's got a tongue. I'm
He's
like,
talking.
excuse you. You can't say he doesn't have a mouth. Say no lips then. Say no lips. But she kept saying he doesn't have a mouth. He doesn't have a mouth. He doesn't have a mouth. And then he's like, sit on my face. Sit on my mouth. And I was just like, you can't say that he doesn't have a mouth and then tell him to sit on my mouth. Like, I don't understand it. It doesn't work. It's a small thing, but literally as soon as it picked up on me, like it got under my skin.
She's like, what the hell is this? I'm like,
He said no, she has no mouth.
Made me
I read it as no lips because it
She
was
did
kind
say
of almost like
once
she said
he
lips
had no
and
lips.
then mouth, and then next time it was brought up, then mouth. That's why I was like a little like,
okay, got it.
eh,
I
what-
just
what are
I
you
just
doing?
hyper focused on the lips. I'm like, yeah, of course he doesn't got any lips. That's fine.
Like
I
eventually,
was down for the longer tongue though.
yeah.
100% down. And like very agile, and you can control it. 100%. 100% in love.
Oh,
But yeah, so but
that was my biggest.
it was
pet peeve.
great. I had a great time reading this. I didn't hate my time reading.
I gave it a 4.
Yeah, 4 stars, absolutely.
I
like a
just wanted it to be
3.5.
longer. Like I feel like because it was so short, everything seemed so
Rushed.
condensed, and
Oh,
I was
yeah.
just like, I just need a little bit. Like,
More.
Sometimes I like it when you get to the point, honestly.
yeah, but I go to certain authors for that. I go to Katie Robert for that.
For straight to the point.
Yeah,
Yeah, but like her I mean her traditionally
Taboo.
published stuff is getting longer.
yeah.
But they're really
I'm
good.
all for the taboo stuff though.
Oh yeah, Touch of Taboo.
I just read one gifting me to his best friend or something.
Yes, that is my favorite. That is my favorite one.
I was actually reading it turning red. I'm like, holy crap.
That was my favorite one, and I'm kind of mad she kind of put it on the back burner, but she's like focusing on another series, obviously.
I know
Just,
there's like mini like 0.5s in between, like somebody's wedding.
yeah.
I haven't read those yet.
I don't like the 0.5s. Like, how are you gonna have a 0.5 when your ones are already like short?
So small. Yeah. Just a 10-page sex scene. That's it.
Yeah, the one that kind of
I'm
bothered
okay with
me
that.
just because like when it was the dad's best friend, I'm like, no, that's a little too close for comfort for me. I'm just like, no.
Yeah.
Like, no, I'm good.
You're like, I know my dad's best friend, and no.
You've known me since I was 7. That's disgusting. Like,
That's fantastic.
no. I love him, but not like that.
Did either of you guys ever read? Oh my god, why can't I think of her name? It's the Bait Academy. The first
Oh,
one.
Madison Faye.
Thank you. Yeah,
Yes.
I
that.
haven't read her yet. Everybody tells me though that I would like her because I like Katie Robert.
Yeah, she's
She
good.
gets straight to the point too.
That
Well,
first one.
What is it? One of hers 15 inches? Isn't that
Yeah.
the book?
That's literally the title. Yeah. I'm like,
If
you
you
could
join her
suspend
newsletter,
your
that's when you get.
disbelief.
And I'm
that-
sorry. I'm sorry. That just when people talk about it, I'm just like, ow. Like,
Yeah.
ow.
You can like
that doesn't
suspend
make
your
sense.
disbelief that would
Ow.
actually feel nice. It's hilarious, but entertaining.
Yeah.
I'm like,
I
that
made
just
so
sounds
many
like
people
you're
read
gonna
that book.
rearrange my organs. No thanks.
I made so many people read that book. I'm like, I'm sorry, but I'm not sorry. Oh,
Charles
goodness.
has made me read some doozies.
Madison Faye, or just oh, you said you haven't read Madison Faye, or just in general?
You made me read, what is it called? Oh my god. This is gonna hurt. And it's all about a guy who like fillets people for the woman that he loves.
Oh yeah. He wants me to read that. I'm just like, okay, well at least he's unaliving like like bad people, right? It's not like some random people. Okay.
He's unaliving.
And so that's the kind of serial killer romance that I can get behind. If you are unaliving people who deserve it, great. Amazing. I love it.
The first 5 seasons of Dexter were great.
But it's like when they're just like poor unsuspecting souls just taking a stroll in the forest.
But the thing that got me, it wasn't the story, it was the use of the word filleting. And I'm just like,
yeah.
No. I don't want to talk about a piece of fish. Like, no. Like,
I want a nice filet mignon. Not anymore, you don't.
No, I can't look at a piece of meat normally now. I'm like, yeah.
You're like, that's probably what that man looked like.
His kidney looked like when that guy cut it out.
That's exactly it. Anybody want steak?
I always want steak.
I always would like steak.
I always want steak, unfortunately.
Oh,
steak with bacon wrapped asparagus and creamy mashed potatoes. I like bacon and cheese.
I loaded baked potato.
Yes, a good loaded baked potato with a ton of sour cream on it.
Delicious. Okay. Now we're hungry. I know.
We take a food break.
and I had 2 pieces of toast with butter and cinnamon sugar on it before this live. I just love that.
I had a glass of wine before this live.
Oh, good. Did you drink one for me?
I poured like half the bottle. So yeah, sure.
I was about to say, if not, pour yourself another glass.
I'll have what is it? A sex on the beach? I can make one and have one in your honor.
Yes, please. Yeah, it's the only way I like sex on the beach. Is to drink. But yeah, okay.
Anywhere, right?
As Pam from True Blood would say, fish, piss, and sand in your cooch. It's not really great.
It's one of those things that's good in theory, and you're just like, but sand would get places it shouldn't be.
Everywhere. You ever just try walking on the beach? You get sand in your hair for some reason. I'm like,
or just sitting on the beach, you'll get sand everywhere, and you're just like, I didn't go anywhere. I sat on a chair.
Literally did nothing.
Even go one step further, being like, you're in the parking lot, you roll your window down, and it's just everywhere.
Like, my God. In case you didn't notice, we're done talking about the book because that's basically that's all the stuff. That was literally it. It literally that's it. I know you put some like highlights on Goodreads, Alicia.
I did. The one thing I did like is that he didn't have like a monstrous member. Like it wasn't like, it doesn't even fit. It was like normal size. I'm like, thank you.
She even mentioned that she had bigger, and I was just like, oh, okay, thank you. Thanks for making me an average size man.
Right, exactly. That's why I was like, and he did better with his tongue. I'm like, that's fine. I just am tired of the like 20-inch dicks. I'm like, that's not real.
Exactly.
Yeah, like Krampus. The size of a forearm. No, absolutely not. Get out of here.
That doesn't bother me so much.
I can only suspend my disbelief for so much.
Oh my God. That was hilarious. So much. That was so funny. Because it's like
he would
every
literally
single...
break you in half. That's not cute.
Exactly. Did you measure that near the side of your body? It's literally in your chest cavity, okay? Like
yeah. That's not okay.
But yeah, it's like that's like in every single romance. It's like he's the biggest dick.
So I did appreciate that if he was a normal sized guy or Ghoul, whatever he was.
I didn't know how fast she was like into it though. Like she was just immediately, oh, I don't want to die. Let me go ahead and see if I can seduce him. I was like,
let me take my shirt off and make sure he watches.
That felt very, and I know I need to suspend my disbelief. It's a monster thing. I'm too literal. Like I needed to be. I need to be wooed, okay? Woo me.
To be wooed.
Touch my wrist scandalously as I wear gloves, okay?
He literally like gave her a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, water, and built her a fire. What else do you need? Dang.
He fed it to her.
You are literally dying in the middle of the desert and he comes to your rescue, Jen. Like, you need to be wooed.
He had even said that he was going to save her. So regardless, she didn't need to put out on the first night. Just saying.
She wanted to put out. There's a difference.
She did.
That has to say something about the mayor, though. Like, she's willing to give it up to the ghoul in like 30 seconds, but not to the mayor.
I'm kind of curious what he supposedly looked like, the mayor, just because he was so gross.
Oh, God. Yeah, probably. I don't know.
But I like that they went back to like their town and all the people were still there. They didn't kill anybody. Like they killed 2 of them, and I'm just like, okay, I can. The one
right.
guy was in a
like
wheelchair.
their little ghoul community, and like there are humans that live there. It's like we only ate like 2 of them
because they were all
those 2 were bad seeds, so they had reason.
They had
morals. I'm down with that.
Like, we don't just
eat
like people for fun. Surprised me.
I'm not sure why.
Yeah, it's honestly, it's because it's just so short, and we haven't seen each other.
It's 74 pages. Or at least the copy that I read on my Kindle was 74 pages.
Yeah, every time I like changed the page,
it took me like half an hour. I was like,
dang,
that's it.
Yep, that.
And you literally started texting me right when I finished it. You're like, okay, this is aggravating me.
Because the freaking mouth. You can't say no mouth, and then all of a sudden he starts talking. Where is it coming from? Is it a voice in your head? Is it coming out of his butt? Like, tell me how he's making noises.
Now that would be interesting.
I was so confused. And then she was just like, he even said multiple times, like, I have no mouth for you to kiss. And I was just like,
I was just focusing on
lips.
I was just focusing on lips.
But yeah, he has like a very dexterous tongue.
And
that's really all you need. I don't need lips. I don't need lips.
I know. But if you don't have a mouth, how can you kiss? If you have lips, if you don't have lips, you can still kiss their face. Honestly, I don't know, Alicia, if I deleted this, but I'm like, it's basically like she's making out with a fleshy wall.
You didn't send me that.
Because that's how I imagined it, where she's just like, oh, I'm going to make out with this dude. And I was like, okay, if he's in a human shape form. But then she's like, yeah, he has no mouth, but I want to kiss him. I'm like, you want to kiss what? There's nothing there. It's just flesh. You're going to make out with flesh?
He was willing to change into like whatever she found attractive.
True.
Well, it's like kissing someone on the cheek or on the neck. It's just like you have nothing kissing you back, but it's still
I know, but
nice.
I feel like that's not the cheek. I was gonna say that could be like an erogenous zone. I watched Friends recently, and I watched the episode. You all seen the clip where it goes up to.
I haven't even seen the episode, and I know.
I've never watched any of the. I know the clip you're talking about, but I've never watched Friends.
I've never seen Friends, and I know exactly what you're talking about.
Okay, I'm good. So it's not just me. That makes me feel better.
Yes. Thank you. Yeah, because it was one thing that bothered me. I started like highlighting things, and I'm just like, what is this? Why does this make me so angry? Why do I want to like punch someone in the face? Let me give you.
You were pissed when you were texting me in all caps.
I was very upset by this.
I'm still making dinner, like laughing my ass off. I'm in the kitchen.
Note to self: don't say mouth when you mean lips.
That's all I'm asking.
I just think it was the fact that they were using them interchangeably.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah,
but I was.
Maybe she found when she was writing
it.
Maybe she found when she was writing it, she was just saying lips too much, and she needed to change it because otherwise it's like blah 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 lips, blah blah blah, blah lips, blah blah blah, blah lips. You know that happens sometimes when you're a writer. You notice these things, and you're like, I need to find another word for this.
You need to find a different conjunction, like a different iteration of a word because you use it so much.
Right. The lip seams. Oh nope, there's lips again. The seam of my mouth. There you go.
The seam of my mouth.
I don't know. It really bothered me. It impacted my rating.
You're like 3.5. This is ridiculous.
It bothered me so much. And yes, 3.5 is it. I'll probably round it up to 4 because
I rounded it up to 4, but that's where I'm at. Just because I just wanted more.
Not a solid 4.
I like the world. Like I want more. Like do like I married the Lizard Man series, but for this.
Yeah. Let's see what else, because I can't remember the name of the other book she
Catch up
has
on
out.
that series. I'm so behind.
She only has 2 books?
Yeah. Called to the Deep. That's a mermaid one.
Ooh, I'm down.
Yep.
Let's do it.
Hopefully it won't be like the other mermaid one.
God, I hope not. This was published in September, so it's out. So
Is it on Kindle Unlimited?
let's find out.
Most likely, because this one.
Yeah, because the other one was too. Yeah.
I'm loving Kindle Unlimited. I don't know why it took me so long to get Kindle Unlimited, but like it's saved me so much.
What is it called? Called
I
to.
don't know. You were the one that told us. I feel like I'm gonna sneeze, and if I do and I don't have
Bless
a chance to mute myself, I'm sorry.
Put your tongue on the roof of your mouth and it makes you not sneeze.
Why do I have credits? That's weird.
Credits?
Yeah.
Are you on Audible?
No, I mean I have like digital credits. Like if you delay your shipping, you can get like digital credits.
$2 for that recently.
But I didn't delay anything, so I'm not sure why. I never delayed. It's like, yes, I need this tomorrow, even though I'm not going to need it until.
I'm not going to read it till next year.
It is not on Kindle Unlimited yet, but it might go to Kindle Unlimited because I know some authors, they release it to buy it for like a month or two and then they put it on KU.
Yeah.
How long is it? It is 388 pages. This is full length.
She took your advice, Alicia, and she ran with it. She didn't even know, but she took it and ran.
All I have, like the first freaking sentence, when Killian Quinn, captain of the offshore fishing boat Dawn Chaser, like I'm reading it. It has a captain named Killian, and it's a mermaid romance. I'm reading this immediately. You know, it's like, why are you doing this to me? Why are you doing this? So much to read. But yeah, and it's supposed to be a series. It's called Book 1 of Haven Cove. So
okay. But I do like her writing. Like I definitely want to read more of her. Is it she, her? I don't want to.
She, her. Yeah, I believe it's she, her.
But I really like her writing. Like I wanted this to be at least 100 pages. Like there needed to be.
Right.
Like I wanted.
Yeah.
I don't know. I like the town aspect of it.
Her Twitter doesn't say if she's she, her, but I don't know.
I wanted to be, I'm not going to lie. Liz called it. I wanted to proofread it because there were a couple times where I caught her where she's just like, yeah, I've been here a few days. And then she's like, my second night, I found another head. And I was like, wait a minute. You made it sound like a week went by, but now we're back to day 2. Like, I'm very confused.
Then the last paragraph was, I've only known him a week, but I'm in love with him. And I'm like, girl, no.
Yeah, where'd this week happen?
No.
I thought this was like day 3.
She was living in her house and he was off on a killing spree and they were banging at night when
like
he was
5
in
times a day. I was like, where?
Yeah,
because he had like the bloodlust.
He picked out 5 times, and then all of a sudden she's like, "Yeah, this is the first time I've seen him today." And I go, "What? What?"
Yeah, he was busy killing her enemies.
Didn't seem like it took that long. Let me just tell you,
full-time job. He took it very seriously.
He did it at night while she was asleep.
No, they were.
I like where your head's at, Liz.
We can't read it immediately. We have to read Kingdom of the Feared first.
Nicole's like, you guys can read Kingdom of the Feared. I'm going to go ahead and read this one.
I'm going to read this next one.
I said this to Jen. I don't understand how the audiobook is 2 more hours when the book is only 20 pages longer than the other ones.
Let's see. How long is this book?
Kingdom of the Feared?
Yeah,
401. It's only 401 pages.
It's only 20 pages longer than the other 2, and yet the audiobook is 2 hours longer. How?
I don't understand that either.
Is it dual narration? Is it dual narration?
I don't think so. I think it's the same lady.
I have it.
Because sometimes, like if there's dual narration, there's like one narrator that reads slower.
That's true. Maybe. Because I noticed that with My Soul to Keep, it seems to like, even though the book's not that long, the audiobook's long. I mean, the audiobook's great.
Too. This is the UK edition because of this cover right here. Hang tight. First edition artwork.
In The Purge, did I keep this series?
Yeah, you did.
Okay. I couldn't remember.
And then I also have my Fairy Loot and my Bookish Box editions coming. I haven't received those yet, so I've only got 3
I've
of
heard
my
a lot of
copies.
Shit about the Bookish Box that they're not that great.
I keep hearing like so many like terrible things. I think they're wonderful. So
one thing I heard is like people will get their books and there's chapters missing.
They did address that, and they're doing reprints and they're sending them
and
out.
I'm like, how? And how do you misprint? Like, how do you misprint the author's name and send it out to people?
I think they didn't have like a proofreading system, but they've since hired like multiple people because all of their pre-orders are now like super delayed because they're going through this proofreading and grammar now. So like they didn't have that before, I don't know.
The author's name spelled wrong on the book.
Yeah, I couldn't tell you that one.
And like missing, a friend of mine ordered, what's that one? The Diviners, and like 4 chapters are missing in the Diviners that she got.
Oh, I don't know if they did the Diviners. I know they had an issue with the 4 Horsemen where there was a chapter missing.
I can't
read
those.
But they're reprinting all of them. They're rechecking some of their recent ones. Yeah, they've got a hefty
thing to fix.
So they're working on it. So yeah, I have heard of that too. I 100% can. So the other 2 that you have are definitely on there. Those are the only other 2 that I have right now.
Stop it. Sorry, that's my mom's husband.
That's your. Hey, oh, thank God we're done talking about like.
Yeah, right.
Thank God we're talking about the dexterous tongue and oral sex.
I knew you were going to be all quiet so that you could say it, make sure it was heard. Yeah. Me and Alicia, I tried to overdo.
I tried to talk over her, but she's just so loud.
Thank God we're done talking about how she gave it up to the ghoul in 30 seconds.
In literally 30 seconds. I think it really was. She was like, I'm thirsty.
Honestly,
same. And all of a sudden they're like, Andy, I'm like, I'm not sorry, eating a sandwich isn't sexy.
And I'm going back to it. I don't love the fact that she was just like, I want to see your real face. No, you don't. You don't want to see his real face. Okay, you need to bang the Hawkeye first, and then you bang his little monster side. Just
I don't think so.
It was just weird to me that she all of a sudden she was like, I want to do you, like the you. And I was like, what? What? Where did this come from? Why don't you and then I don't know. I can't get over the mouth. The fact that his true face doesn't have a mouth bothers me. I can't. I can't.
He doesn't have lips. Just get that in your head and you'll be fine.
Well, then the author needed to.
I'm just curious what he actually like. I mean, there was description, but there wasn't like.
Yeah.
Is he bald? Is he?
I was thinking he was bald.
I think so too.
Because there's tattoos on his head. Yeah. I do remember that. There's tattoos on his scalp. I'm like,
Mara, they said that she was bald and she had tattoos on her head. And then when he was killing the mayor, he was like, yeah, and his little tattoos were shining too because his hood fell down. So I don't think he had hair.
His hood fell down.
Which was another thing I didn't get. I didn't also like the fact that he was like, turn around, you can't see me.
Well, that showed, I didn't mind that because that showed his insecurity.
Yeah, I didn't mind it.
But eventually he needs to get over himself. I don't think they ever did it face to face.
Okay, she does have some art on her Instagram of both of them. So you kind of can have.
Is it going to give me nightmares? Don't show me.
You can look it up if you want. It's on her Instagram.
Nothing will give me nightmares besides the one picture you sent me where they were doing the upside down sex. That gave me nightmares. Okay, I'm like,
handstand sex.
Arms hurt. Oh, handstands. Okay, got it. Why would that give you nightmares? Honestly, it just made my arms hurt.
Just like that's not possible. Like
it's not. You have to
understand why that was necessary.
Why? I don't understand. It was like that Scooby-Doo face, like that.
You know, sometimes when you're writing, things just happen. I'm like, I didn't know this was gonna take a turn.
I didn't know that was possible, but hey. And I'm sorry, there's not usually couples that are the same height.
No, that's true. But no, they couldn't be the same height because how are you gonna get in? And yeah, you couldn't be the same height. The physics.
Suspend your disbelief, Nicole.
Suspend your disbelief. I'm sorry. I mean, I'm sure there are people who could do it, but you need some serious upper body strength. And that
what book was that? Because I read it. What book was that? I don't
was
even remember.
the Navy SEALs Christmas Bride or something like that.
Yeah, it was free on
free.
Kindle Unlimited or something.
Yeah.
Or
Like Cora something, Cora Seaton. I don't know.
How did you remember these things? I had the
That
memory of a
just
goldfish.
literally popped into my head. I don't know how. Do you want to see the picture or not?
I do.
Okay.
I'm curious.
Yeah, Jen, cover your.
I'm also like curious. Nope.
Not what I was expecting, but okay.
Girl, it's also black and white.
I like it.
I mean, it's not scary. I mean, I've seen scarier.
I've seen scarier in real life, okay?
I've seen scarier in real life. Oh, here's the actual photo, and not the.
If I go away, I'm so sorry. Good girl.
Okay.
Oh, girl,
So.
come here.
I'm gonna like it. I'm gonna like it because I do.
Look how big she got.
That's so big. Your kitty's got so big.
Say hi, everybody.
But yeah, anyway, talking about Kingdom of the Fear, that is our next book club live show, Kingdom of the Fear by Carrie Maniscalco, October 26th, 6 p.m. Pacific time. I don't have a physical copy. I probably will buy one.
I just bought one to go with my Barnes and Noble set, so like I have a matching set if someone like wants them.
Right.
After.
So if you want to take a screenshot.
We haven't forgotten. Hooray!
Hasn't been that long. But yeah, so thank you so much to my lovely co-hosts. Thank you everybody who is watching now and watching on the replay. And we'll see you in 2 weeks. Have a great night. Bye.